Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we find ourselves perched atop Acropolis for a match between .dogao as the purple Celt and the Viper as the orange Persian. While these players set up their bases, begin exploring with Bessie the cow and the scout, and essentially figure out where they're playing and where the sources of food are, let's take a look at their respective civilizations. The Persians, overall, a fantastic civilization. You start out with some extra food. Your town center has twice the amount of hit points. Look at that, 4,800 hit points at the bottom of your screen. And the very cool thing about the Persians, as you progress through feudal, castle, imperial, the work rate of these villagers actually increases by up to 20%. Their unique unit is the war elephant, super slow but super powerful. Anyone who's ever had to go up against masses of these things knows exactly how annoying they can be and just how quickly they can eat through an entire base without breaking a sweat, even though they are slow. A few cool techs that the Persians have. Their knights do get extra damage against archers. Their war elephants, even though they are slow initially, can be made faster. And eventually, if you do research it, the archer gold costs are replaced by wood. Now, that does sound amazing until you remember that Persian archers are not the best in the game. They do not have arbalests, and there are some upgrades that are missing. Overall, though, they are one of the only civs in the entire game that have all the economic upgrades. If you take a look at the top left of your screen, all the economic upgrades are available to them. If you take a look at the top right for the Celts, you'll see some portions are blacked out. That's because those techs are not available to them. Going up against the Persian Viper, we have the purple CL.TheViper, and the Celts are pretty cool themselves. The fastest infantry in the game, even though they don't have squires, their units do move 15%, or their infantry rather moves 15% faster. Faster lumberjacks, faster siege, faster firing castles, and their woad raider is just a super fast, unique unit that, you know, just about like the Persians, can eat up an entire base in minutes. They're just super quick, attack very fast, and can destroy anything in their path. One of the funnest things about the Celts that I personally think is hilarious, and I don't know how this tech came about, but their herdables are quite safe. For example, they can steal a herdable. They can steal these sheep, even though there are units nearby. Now, I don't know how this tech was first discovered or created by the game developers. I don't know how they had a meeting and they sat down and said, you know what, the Celts, let's make them able to steal sheep. Not sure what logic went into that, but happy it did, because it is a pretty fun little quirk of their civilizations. Now, like the Persians, they do not have arbalests, and their archer upgrades and cavalry upgrades are pretty incomplete. That being said, both the Persian, apologies, I keep scrolling below the town center. Both the Persians and the Celts have access to the Paladin, and weak, archery lines are made up for by that. So they do have the strongest cavalry unit. However, the Persians do edge out the Celts because they do have one upgrade more than the Celt player. If you take a look at the top right of your screen, you'll see the last upgrade for the defensive upgrade for the cavalry is missing, whereas at the top left for the Persians, it is there. So their pallies are a little stronger, can absorb a bit more of a blow. So overall goes to the Persians for cavalry. However, both civs equally weak when it comes to at least the foot archer civ upgrades, rather. Now let's take a look at the map itself. I'm going to zoom out. And the map is called Acropolis, and it's very easy to see why. Both players start up on this kind of mountaintop, Table Mountain sort of location. There's a giant gully in between them, a giant open space with a lake in the middle. Not too much shorefish, 800 shorefish, a little bit of extra gold here, 4,800 in extra gold. But overall, a pretty open map. Lots of avenues of attack, lots of little tiny resource patches throughout. a random bear, waiting for a villager to come by so they can paw at him and or her. And that's essentially the map that they're playing at. So we'll see which player decides to move at first. For now, the Viper taking a very forward position here at the bottom of his mountain, gathering wood, building a stable, already has a barrack in place. I wonder if that's because he's intending to posture kind of aggressively, or whether that's just the first wood patch he discovered at the bottom of his mountain. For example, DogAo is here because there was no wood patch to the front. DogAo is heading out. 3 militia, 4 villagers with their crooks ready to cause some damage. I don't know if these are for shore fishing. I don't know if what he plans to do with these. Viper has not seen this, although he will now. Wow, amazing game sense. Sees it immediately, and it looks like a tower is going down for our Celt player. So he's looking to tower rush. I don't know why. I've seen a lot of games where people who go up against Viper, they love to tower rush the guy. I don't know why. He is fantastic at defending it. His vision, look at that map vision. He's already seen the entire perimeter of DogAo's base. Let's see DogAo's vision. DogAo has no clue what the hell is going on here. He doesn't know where Viper's base is. I mean, he can figure out kind of generally where it is. But for now, he's focusing more on attacking the scout cavalry. These men-at-arms could go up top here and take a look. But bit of a tower war, pushing Viper off of this wood line. 5 idle villagers, never fun. But he's got 4 scout cavalry of his own, so he's going to start pushing back a little bit. Okay, so DogAo, 1 villager less inside the tower, so his tower will take a lot more damage than it meets out. His tower already on fire. Behind this, what is he doing? He is walled off a bit of his gold. He's going up to 26 villagers. Viper's already at 26, going up to 28. So despite this, you know, it's unfortunate that you have to garrison your villagers in the tower because it does mean idle time. Very easy to remove 1 or 2 villagers to try to, you know, repair. There you go. But they do come under fire, which is the annoying part. So very micro-intensive defensive strategy, also very micro-intensive offensive strategy because, you know, he's got to repair his tower. Now Viper's going to go to town attacking those villagers. For now, Viper's holding off the tower rush. This should hold off. I mean, this 2 spearmen are gonna be problematic for Viper here. He's got to get the high ground. But 2 archers immediately targets down the spearmen. Look at that. Fantastic micro. And without the spearmen, these scout cavalry are going to go to town on these men-at-arms. So both attacks diverted. This one not yet, but even if he loses this tower, even if he abandons this, you know, he's already... He'll relocate his wood line somewhere else. Already here. I mean, it probably needs a bit more wood to build a lumber camp. So a bit of an annoyance from DogAo to start the game off. He, on the other hand, has been unharassed. Viper focused on defense. But we'll see. Sending 2 archers on a mission. Is it a mission of exploration or is it a military mission? Time will tell. Has Viper seen? He has not seen this wood line. So he is not aware that there is a juicy, juicy target here. That being said, DogAo immediately, once he sees that Viper is relented with the pressure, that all of a sudden, hey, where are your military units? He knows that Viper is going out on the map. He knows who he's playing against. Immediately puts down a tower to defend this wood line. Viper, though, says, you know, I don't care about your wood line. I know where your base is. I'm just coming for you. Would love to see these archers get up top here. Yeah, perfect. And shoos away 5 or 6 villagers. So now look at DogAo's idle villager count. 13, 14. This is fantastic, annoying pressure by Viper. For now, these 2 towers still bruised and battered. No player having any advantage over the other because as soon as it gets to a certain HP, you either repair it or abandon it. And even if it's abandoned, I don't see DogAo leaving 4 villagers in here once this tower goes down. You know. Or maybe he will. Maybe he'll want to get rid of this stable faster. But the stable is a juicy... Yeah, there you go. there's no point. Building a house, probably going to surround this tower so it doesn't come under attack very quickly. DogAo managed to stave off the pressure here. One of Viper's scouts literally has 2 HP left, so this spearman, these 2 skirmishers have shoot away Viper's aggression. That being said, Viper hasn't lost a unit, at least not in this attack, or this part, and he's scouted this wood line. So, information-wise, Viper now has a very good sense. Look at his map vision at the bottom center of your screen. He's seen almost the entirety of DogAo's base. What has DogAo seen? A little tiny, you know, a morsel, a taste. And he loses his man-at-arms. So, you know, DogAo is playing a bit more in the dark. I don't know if he necessarily cares too much. Okay. They managed to get themselves some venison. Joe Rogan style went to hunting and heading home. They've caused, you know, enough annoyance for now. You've got a single solitary spearman making his way across the map. Viper still exploring. I don't know if he's just looking for map vision or if he's looking for potential other towers or avenues of attack from DogAo. Either way, if you've watched my videos, you know how much I harp on map vision. Look at Viper's map vision right now. He has the entirety of the center of the map scouted. He's got the north scouted. Now we've got 2 scouts here going to the south. He's going to have a fantastic idea of where he's playing. And just like in real life, people that know the terrain always have an advantage over those who don't. Viper has seen so far 1 relic, 2 relics. Has he seen this one? 3 relics. DogAo has seen 1 relic, 2 relic, and that's it. So for now, DogAo is happy. Another tower going down to the south of Viper's base. No wood line here to harass, but there is gold, which Viper can just relocate a bit more to the north, but still an annoying thing to have to deal with here. Viper started to build a market here, but unfortunately the tower came in as he was completing it, so he relocates the market here. This tower still being annoying. DogAo going up to 47 villagers, Viper at 44, going up to 45. So with all this harassment, DogAo is managing to take a villager lead at this stage of the game. Both players sitting in feudal, starting to collect resources. DogAo, you know, collecting a bit more food than Viper. Viper collecting a bit more gold than DogAo. And we'll see who goes up to castle first, or if these players will be happy to sit in feudal and just fight it out. Not sure that was really... no, yeah, it was necessary, this tower, with this army here from DogAo coming. You know, 9 archers is great, but when you throw in a number of skirmishers into the mix, you know, the archers become very flimsy. Good zoning tower by Viper. Has DogAo scouted his base yet? Okay, so now DogAo has scouted a bit more. Not perfect, but he essentially knows where Viper is, where Viper's structures are. So now he can plan his attacks a bit better. Like, here we go. Look at this. 5 archers coming in. They're gonna... Let's see if they can actually get a villager. 1 down. Viper is so freaking fast when it comes to building structures to block opponents' armies. You know, he builds gates, he builds walls, he builds houses. He is so quick. His hotkey management must be insane. Insane good. You know, it's something to really look up to, how fast he can wall off an opponent or trap an opponent. That being said, DogAo's putting on a lot more pressure. Army count, same for both. Villager count, pretty much the same for both, except that Viper's got 10 idle villagers. Now 11. Where are these idle villagers? Okay, they were in the town center. Now they're out, and Viper's up to castle, but DogAo's a minute ahead of him. So DogAo will reach castle faster. Let's see what he plans on doing. For now, he's getting more archer upgrades. He's got 9 on gold, 3 on stone, so I don't know that he's necessarily at this point thinking about doing a castle drop or building a castle. 17 on wood. Viper's got a lot more villagers on food. but a lot less villagers, lost fewer villagers on wood. So let's see what DogAo does. Immediately, crossbow upgrade goes down. More archer upgrades. Elite skirmisher also. Interesting, he's going for both of them at once. Just because he's got 5 skirmishers, 13 archers. Let's see. Viper, on the other hand, starting cavalry upgrades. Okay. Oh. Look at DogAo trying to sneak in a mangonel attack here. So he thinks Viper is going to go archers like him and engage in the typical post-feudal early castle crossbow wars. But it seems like Viper... okay, never mind. You know, I'm talking a lot, but Viper immediately goes for crossbow and bodkin. I was going to say that based on his research, and there goes the first knight. So, yeah, this mangonel is going to be in a bit of trouble once that knight comes out. I don't see any army here to defend it. A monastery going down would suggest that DogAo might anticipate a couple of knights coming out so that he'll try to convert them as they do. For now, attacking this tower, repairing the mangonel. He's building himself a nice little proxy base here where he's got a lumber camp already. So he's making himself at home. He's putting his feet up. Viper building another town center in the back of his base, wants to be completely left alone, doesn't want any harassment, doesn't want any kind of annoyance. And here comes 17 crossbows, but they're opposite, 11 crossbows, 5 spearmen. I give this to the spearmen just because 3 of Viper's crossbows are basically dead. Look at their HP. If you look at the bars, they're basically dead. Both armies exchanging a couple of volleys. Nothing really important or major happening here. Oh my goodness, he is doubling down on this base, but Viper's got 3 knights out. How's DogAo going to handle this? He's building his first monk, so converts will be tried. Or will they not? I don't know. Where's Viper going with these knights? We'll keep an eye on them and see. For now, tower down. Mangonel has free range here. I don't know why he's retreating. I don't see a single military unit from the Viper coming out here to contest this Mangonel. Scout cavalry still at the base here. Knights coming home. And look at Viper's map vision. He's basically seen 90% of the map. Another town center goes down here. Interesting location. I wonder if he could have fitted in here. Or if he tried and couldn't. But another town center, not terrible. His own siege workshop completing. He's getting more cavalry upgrades. DogAo is doubling down on crossbows, going up to 22. We'll see if it pans out, if it pays dividends. For now, he's attacking this town center, but that Persian town center is just so annoying to deal with. The 4,800 HP to the usual 2,400. I mean, maps like Nomad and other maps like that where, you know, well, I forget exactly what the name of the strategy is, but it's like something like annoying Persian strategy or something like that, where the Persians just plop down a town center next to yours, and because it's so much beefier, they just destroy yours. For now, not happening in this game. Mangonel goes down. Monk managed to go a little bit, you know, run away a little bit before he was sniped. I mean, I'm glad at least 17 crossbows can get rid of 1 monk, right? Oh, a good catch here by Viper. These 2 skirmishers are definitely going to die. I don't think the knights are going to take even 1 HP of damage, but 6 crossbows saying, "You've killed, we're here to avenge our brothers in arms." Oh, let's see, does Viper go south or north? He goes south, so he's managed to skirt around this. And wow, DogAo does not see Viper's knight. So DogAo's kind of, you know, looking for that knight so that he can crossbow him down, but unsuccessful. Viper, 2 mangonels, should take this tower down. I say that, but a mangonel comes out for DogAo immediately. And let's see if Viper notices, or if he'll take 1 volley. DogAo is taking a bit of a weird... Yeah, I don't know what that was. I think DogAo was the one not paying attention. Maybe move queued his... or move commanded his mangonel there. That's unfortunate for him. Knights here managed to kill a couple of villagers. Their bodies still fresh. And here we go. Now these 6 crossbows managed to catch the knight, and there goes Viper's offensive pressure, at least for the moment. He's sitting on 18 crossbows, 4 knights, and 2 mangonels. The mangonels, though, out of play. They're all the way down here. DogAo, what does he have? Going up to 24 crossbows. So, I would say fairly evenly matched. Let's take a look at upgrades. For the Viper, we've got a +2 plus... No, just a +2 attack. While DogAo has a +2 +1. So DogAo ahead in the upgrades, but quantity-wise, at least in this engagement here, he's behind. +2 mangonels. They don't care about your +1 pierce armor. They will just, especially 2 of them, if they can land a juicy shot, will destroy this entire army in 4 volleys or 2 volleys each. Still circling these. Unfortunate for DogAo. These crossbows are going to die unless these guys can catch up. But Viper goes to intercept. Big surround here from the left, from the right. These crossbows escape, for now at least. If I was Viper, I'd be careful. I don't think 4 knights can engage into 12 crossbows. But he doesn't care. He's moving forward. Whatever comes his way, he's going to steamroll over. This tower is gone. This proxy base that looked so promising for DogAo early on is now a shanty town. This is Deadwood. You know, there's nothing here. There's a monastery, a siege workshop, a lumber camp, maybe a saloon, but that's basically it. Okay, DogAo doubling down on, or continuing to double down on crossbows, going up to 25, building a mangonel. Where is that being built from? Okay, comes out. Oh, that is unfortunate for DogAo. Oh, he's got to run. He's got to run. I mean, army counts are the same. You know, 22 to 22 a second ago. Now it's 24 to 21. But with these extra knights, I mean, they are wounded, so their effectiveness is greatly diminished. But you know, half of DogAo's army is half HP also. So I'm not sure who I favor here. Okay, castle going down, zoning castle here, and a castle here. Viper, is it luck? Is it skill? Is it game sense? But look at that. Immediately, his monk pathing notices this castle. DogAo, if he was paying attention, should notice this monk and maybe send something to harass it himself to make sure it doesn't come home with this relic. But for now, it doesn't seem like that's happening. Building his own defensive castle is Viper. Both players sitting on a good number of town centers, 4 each. Kill rate is higher for the Viper. He's killed 49 of DogAo's units. DogAo has killed 28 of his. So Viper's efficiency here is almost double DogAo's, and he's got 10 knights, 14 crossbows knocking on the front door. What will he do with these? Let's take a look. DogAo plops down a 5th town center. Tries to get a convert on one of these, but I think he was starting too far off, and exposes the monk. Oh, this is bad for DogAo. Where the hell is his army? They are on the other side of the map. So, you know, he might be able to position himself to snipe and kill any reinforcements, but he's not producing any military. Why is he not producing any military? These knights are going to go ham on this base. Is he just relying on his stronger town centers? I mean, 15 villagers inside a town center. These knights are not, you know, they're not cavaliers. They're not paladins. They're already starting to take a lot of damage. Unless... yeah. So, I don't know if this was the right play for Viper to engage this much into the town center, but I don't think he cares too much. He's sitting at a supply advantage. He's got 26 army to 25, 119 villagers to 110. Oh yeah, here come the Woad Raiders. These are always fun to watch. They're so fast. Viper has to be careful. If they get on top of the crossbows, those crossbows will melt away. The knights, though, take a bit more of a pounding from these Woad Raiders. This was a bad engage here by DogAo. Run away, have the town center fire on you. And Viper is dictating the pace of the game right now. Oh, you want to farm here? No. You want to farm here? No. You want to get some lumber here? Absolutely not. Oh, you think you're safe here? Nope. These squads of units that he's sending are fantastic. The damage they're getting done is great. I don't think he cares too much about losing them. DeGao up to Imperial. Let's see what he does. Immediately plops down infantry upgrades. Viper a minute behind. That being said, he's sitting at a 30 supply advantage over DeGao. Another castle going up here. He found a patch of stone that he wants to mine without any kind of harassment. These houses are still here. Good for this knight for taking care of them. Oh. We've got a battering ram from Viper, removing the last remnants of this proxy side attack. A little bit of gold mining here, but yeah, these knights are being super annoying. That being said, like I mentioned in the beginning, the Celtic infantry are the fastest in the game. They're 15% faster, so even if a civ... Ooh. Oh, the death animations are so cool in this game. As I was saying, even if a civ manages to... or invest in squires, for example, that increases the infantry speed by 10%. So even though the Celts don't have squires, their units are naturally 15% stronger. Oh, this is such a pain in the ass to deal with, is DoGao. 11 knights. Yeah, Viper's smart. Kills the villagers, escapes. These are raiding parties. DeGao coming in with interesting halbs. Let's take a look at their upgrades. Only a defensive upgrade, no attack upgrades. Misses the battering ram, free easy kill. And he goes instead for the villagers. I don't think he's going to get a single one. Let's take a look. No, in fact loses a halb. And he's probably going to lose all these too with the town center firing. Here comes the knight. I would not engage into this. General rule of thumb in this game that I you know, feel free to disagree with me, but as a general rule, not 100%, but as a general rule, Castle Age units do not fare well against Imperial Age units. So if you're finding yourself fighting halberdiers with knights, retreat and reconsider, because that's not going to go well for you. Viper plopping down a huge amount of infrastructure here. 5 stables, 6 archery ranges. DeGao going heavy into infantry. I hear a treb. There it is, hiding behind the barracks. He's going to start working on this castle. Viper repairing. Yeah, he's got to deal with his mangonel. These, like I said, again, Castle Age unit, Imperial Age unit. Look at that. Barely any damage. If this was an upgraded Imperial level siege, that would have done a lot more damage. But this is what I was talking about with the Viper. Look how quick he is. Look how amazing, what game sense he has to be able to just plop down walls like this. And all of a sudden, these trebs are completely safe. That being said, the castle does go down. What do we got here? How many trebs? 3 trebs to 2. Viper's got to retreat or else that's going to happen. When you unsiege them, they become much weaker. And let's see what happens here. Not every day you see halbs trying to attack crossbows. Bad idea. An exception to my general rule is a well-upgraded crossbow against a poorly upgraded halb, I guess. What do we got here? This little side base continuing unharassed. So the theater of war has moved to the north here with a few crossbows. Not game-ending damage. Viper needs to retreat. I don't know why he's pushing into a castle zone. Loses. Wow. Double whammy. And DeGao peacefully mining here in the middle of the map as a battering ram just gently strolls on down. Where are you going? I don't know. But if you take a look, Viper now has the Cavaliers and the Hussar upgrade as well. He's going into guilds, which tells me he's going to want to balance his economy using his market. Fantastic plays. And what does DeGao have to respond to this? He's going up to 30 halbs. He's got 18 Woad Raiders. But where the hell are the Woad Raiders? Why are they not raiding? That is their name. That's what they should be doing. You know, 18 Woad Raiders into here right now would gut Viper's economy. His food production would disappear. But for now, DeGao happy to not attack Viper's base. He's defending. I don't know where his army is, why it's not being sent here to save this base. I wonder if he figures that this castle will be enough. His battering ram will go down to a castle full of 11 villagers. This is unfortunate that he can't attack these. I mean, get the upgrade. Oh, I heard a Treb again. So Viper now attacking into the south. Oh, great find by Viper. 1 Treb, maybe 2 will go down to these Hussars. They got 6 Pierce armor, so they don't care about the castle firing down on them. But the Halbs are a different story. Like butter, they're going to melt. There we go. Okay. 15 Woad Raiders. Oh, I love it. You love seeing crossbows sniped by Trebs that are 3 tiles, 4 tiles away. This castle's going to go down. I don't see how DogAo's going to save it unless he gets the luckiest Treb hits of all time with these. But by the time they finish unpacking, this castle should be basically 1 or 2 shots away from death. Why are you retreating with your Woad Raiders? Where are you going? Go kill these Trebs. Go kill something. DogAo building a secret base here at the bottom. Oh, and chooses to GG. So yeah, let's take a look. I mean, Viper maxed out, going up to 32 Hussars and 25 crossbows. DogAo sitting on pure infantry, so 17 Woad Raiders, 19 Halbs. His army is just non-responsive in the sense that when Viper attacks down here, he needs to get down here and then pray to whatever god the Celts pray to that Viper does not appear up here in the north, because by the time his infantry get up there, whatever structure is up there is gone. So, great early pressure by DogAo. I like the little cheeky proxy base that he built here, but he just wasn't able to overcome Viper's defenses. I like this base being plopped down here. Not sure I would have gone with the town center. You know, maybe a lumber camp or a monastery instead for that relic. But overall, Viper holds strong from some early game aggression, manages to fend off DogAo, and then starts spamming Hussars across the map. And yes, DogAo has the stronger unit, which is the Halberdier. But look at this. Is there a single Halb on this map, on this screen where I am right now? Not a single one. They're all down here, and even though, or I guess they're not down here, they're somewhere else. In the center of the map. Which way are they facing? So they're going south. They're going this way. These Trebs are dead. Fantastic play by Viper to switch into Hussars and to start harassing immediately. This is what DogAo should have done with his Woad Raiders, which was I was saying, what, 10 minutes ago? Imagine he had gotten 10 Woad Raiders into here. How many villagers would have died before Viper either reacted or garrisoned? And even if he garrisoned, 18 Woad Raiders, I think, should be enough, even with the extra Persian HP, to at least severely damage this for the next wave, if not take it down on their own. But yeah, DogAo, for some reason, chose not to do any kind of harassment on his own, and Viper said, you know what? I'm not going to take that tack. I'm going to harass you. You try to tower rush me. You try to mangonel rush me. I'm going to go into late game. I'm going to spam Hussars. I'm going to go up to 32 of them, which will be more once the crossbows get killed eventually. And his strategy wins the day. So overall, a great game. 2 titans of the game. You know, great map. I love that your space up top is very limited. You know, you don't have a whole lot of room here, and then you can't really build anything around in the immediate vicinity to defend your base. So a lot of moving parts to this map. And when you watch 2 players with these Elos, I mean, take a look at their Elos. They're literally 2 points apart. Viper's sitting at 2560, and DogAo is at 2558. So yes, Viper was the favorite to win based on the Elo alone, but not by much, right? Two Elo points at this level is not much to write home about. But yeah, overall, better play by Viper. And I wish we saw more raiding out of DogAo. I mean, I think it would have balanced the game out. We may have been in for like a 2-hour game if that happened, but Viper plopping down the infrastructure, going up to 9 stables. So we know exactly what that means. We know exactly what that strategy is. When you build 9 stables, you've got 64 on food. You know exactly what his plan is. So he would have just swamped DogAo. He would have driven him crazy. And DogAo does not have any static defense up here. There's no towers. There's no castles. One of his castles already went down to the south. So he is completely exposed if Viper was to go this route. And wisely GG's to fight another day. So if you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, enable notifications, all that good stuff. And I'll catch everyone in the next one. Take care, everybody. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.